I'll give you a quick example. So with Sola Scriptura, there is a massive equivocation that goes on in the traditional Reformed authors. So what they do is, first, when they define it, they say Scripture is the sole infallible rule of faith, which that's a huge demand. I mean, we'd have to ask, okay, is tradition somehow an infallible rule of faith? Is the magisterium somehow an infallible rule of faith? We have to ask those things because that's what we claim as infallible rules of faith. But when they go through Scripture and tradition, and they also refute us, when they want to prove that Scripture is an infallible rule of faith, they change. And it's a slight change, but they change it. So Scripture contains all things necessary for life and faith, which is not it's not a refutation of us. I mean, they switch between Sola Scriptura and the sufficiency of Scripture between when they're defining their terms and when they're proving it, and it happens all the time. I've seen it happen multiple places. It's kind of crazy because for us, for Roman Catholics, because we have a certain view of the Articles of Faith, we think the Apostles' Creed and the Ten Commandments are sufficient for life and faith. I mean, we think 99.9% of the Bible could be taken away and that would be sufficient. So we believe in a super sufficiency of Scripture, I guess. We believe in like an uber sufficiency, an over sufficiency. But yeah, it's slight equivocations like that go on everywhere in the way in which they argue. And I'm sure you guys have seen this when you see James White and he's quoting St. Athanasius saying that Scripture is sufficient and more than sufficient for demonstrating certain dogmas about the Trinity. We would be like, yeah, obviously. Yeah, Scripture teaches consubstantiality. Yes, true. Very true. Thank you.